Since you write a lot of books on our traditions, that requires reading of our ancient texts too. And it's not an easy task, even though you know the language, even though you may be an accomplished historian or an author, it's very difficult to sort of scrutinize and get all these sources together. So, how do you go about, resolving this in terms of finding your primary sources and putting everything into perspective?
Yeah, Mahabharata, because 4 of my 5 books have been based on the Mahabharata. This one, so that is my first source of as far as the story, the main events of the story, as well as character arcs and all go.
Right.
That is my first source, and my plot forms as I give an nth reading of the Mahabharata. Then we come to the other part of it, like the world building. Right, the world building needs knowledge of topography, knowledge of geography, knowledge of how the civilizational, how the even Indian civilization is not a single civilization. It is a collection of civilizations which found their sense of harmony. Right, the Sindhu Saraswati, the Ganga civilization, the Sindhu Saraswati, the Southern civilization, all these smaller civilizations, they found a way to harmoniously coexist. They intermarried between each other. Then the children of those marriages, they came up and formed newer and more inclusive rules. So that is the foundation that Indian civilization is based on. And yes, there are good books that we can follow. Like when it comes to geography, I think I stick to Sanjeev Sanyalji's books. Both of them, they give a great perspective of how the history of our geography was formed. Then I also refer to books by David Frawley, whom we know as Pandit Vamadeva Shastri ji. His documentation of the Rishi lineages, it helps set the perspective a lot. And from a creative perspective, I love reading K.M. Munshi ji, who was the founder of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, his magnum opus Krishnavatara, and then his novels on Parashurama and the Gujarat trilogy and all that. He is a master of Adbhuta Rasa. Now, he just knows how to make us fall in love with his hero, whoever it is, whether it's Krishna or Prithvi Vallabh or whoever it is. So I think it's a collection. It's reading through these multiple sources, and I am also a huge fan of Telugu literature. Right from Potana's Andhra Mahabhagavatam and the Andhra Mahabharatam and those prabandhas which were composed during the era of Sri Krishna Devaraya, they have a very nice way of braiding together the Puranic incidents along with their own contemporary issues, whatever issues would have existed in 15th, 16th centuries. They made that actually, we think that mythological fiction is a big thing now, but it has been a big thing throughout our literary history.
Is that
so? People used to take up a historic incident from the Puranas, and then they used to build their own world and story to make it into a full-blown work. It's been there since Kalidasa, since the days of Kalidasa itself. It's just that in the English language, we are seeing it in this last 30-40 years, probably.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.